it's really fun to do comedy. But there's something about drama that speaks about real people in everyday situations. You see the struggle in the characters, I guess. No, I'm not gonna say more than in comedy, but sometimes you can relate more to drama. Life is dramatic sometimes. The first play I read was probably when I was 13, and it was Comedy of Errors, William Shakespeare's Comedy of Errors. Yes, that was the first play I read in drama club when I was in middle school. Musical theater. I love musical theater. Well, my favorite musical is Rent. The music is amazing. The lyrics of the songs and the story, it has such a powerful message. And that's what I love about musical theater. I started singing before I started doing theater. I started as a singer. Well, when I was like 12, and I would write songs. When I was 12, just like, love, I guess. Whatever that meant back then.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I grew up surrounded by theater and acting and TV because my parents are actors. That's the world I knew back then and the world I fell in love with since I was a child. I tried different majors after I graduated from high school, and nothing was as fulfilling as theater is for me. So finally, 3 years after graduating from high school, I decided that I wanted to go for it. I was a little scared before. My mom has always given me great advice, and she said, if you want to be an actor, you need to prepare, you need to study, you need to get good acting training. I think that's a really wise advice for anyone. Right now I know that I would have missed so much if I hadn't done acting training yet. Okay, there's another thing you need to know about me. I love teaching. It's great to have a person come to you and say, thank you because I have learned so much from you. That's so fulfilling. That's greater than any check that you can get for your work. The fact that your students are learning and you're really helping to make a difference. As educators, we try to make a difference in this world. Educate the people that are going to be running the world in the future. I think that my first audition was a commercial audition in Mexico City for, I don't really remember what it was, but I did so bad. It was really bad. I wasn't very confident about it, and they asked me to dance, and I'm also not a very good dancer. Right now I would just go for it, but back then I was probably like 14 or 15, maybe 16. But I just, when they told me to dance, I was like, oh, okay. Just like moving a little bit, and it was so bad. It was horrible. My most challenging role was definitely Rudy from the play Bent, because this play is about the Holocaust in Germany. And this character, Rudy, is hiding from the Nazis with his boyfriend. They're homosexuals, so they're running away from the Nazis. So just having to do all that research about that time period and know what all those people were going through and really trying to get into it, it was very challenging and hard. It was a tough process. There's been performances that changed my life for good. So the fact that I can do that for someone else, that's what keeps me going, I guess. And also, acting being your job, It's like, it's not even a job, you know? It's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's challenging and it's disappointing sometimes, but you just get to play characters. It's like playing. You know, as a child, I was always creating stories. Like I would play with all my toys and action figures in my room, and I would make up scenarios and different stories, and every time they would be playing a different role. So, yeah, I've always been interested in storytelling, I guess, and story making. I would say to a younger version of myself, be fearless. Be fearless and go for it. Go for it. Don't let anyone or anything stop you or hold you back. Yes, that's what I would tell myself.